Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Activate and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We are here with the new latest snapshot that just came out a couple hours ago, I believe, the 1.17 Snapshot. And yeah, not a big one, but definitely an interesting one. We'll get into all of the new features and changes that have been made. But before we get into that, I would like to ask you guys to please wash your hands. It helps you out and helps others out as well. So please do that after this video and let's get right into it. Alright, so we are in one of the new caves here in the snapshot. And just want to say this once again, obviously it's not going to be this bright when you are playing in a regular survival world. We have night vision on just so you guys can see it a little bit better. And I know you're staring at this ore right here and wondering why does it look like iron, but also why does it look so different? So yeah, we'll get into that in a bit, but they did change some of the textures for the ores, but we'll talk about that in a second. But I do want to talk about the biggest change, I think, and that's to the, I guess it's called the underground. And they added this block called Grimstone. It's right here. I just picked it up in my inventory right here. I actually like the default texture of this. It kind of looks like some sort of gray brick, but not like stone bricks. So yeah, I really like the texture of this, and I think you can make this into a bunch of different blocks, like polished Grimstone, stairs, slabs, all of that. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of new blocks. This is similar to the Blackstone that they added in the Nether update. So yeah, if you were trying to compare it to something, I would compare it to the Blackstone in the Nether update. Alright, so that was the big major change in this snapshot, was adding the Grimstone, as well as changing a couple things like generation for ores and stuff like that. That's not final right now because they are still tweaking it, but they did change some of the generation for some diorite, granite, and dirt, so they can no longer spawn under Y level 0. Let me just check what we are at right now. So yeah, we are at Y -6. So yeah, the diorite, granite, and dirt will no longer spawn here. Another thing they did tweak was, I did think I mentioned this in the last snapshot, was I was wondering how frequent the big caves or the huge caves were gonna be I guess like showing up. And yeah, they did tweak that, so they are more rare, and they do have the chance to fill with water, which I think is a good change because you don't want every cave to be massive. But I do not know what is considered a huge cave and what is considered like a smaller cave. I mean, I would assume this is a bigger cave, but I'm not really sure. So we'll see, I guess, when they release what is considered which cave. A couple other changes before I get into the ores. Strongholds are now mostly encased with stone. I guess that was a problem. Maybe they were spawning in the ocean. I did see that a couple times, but I don't know what the other issue could have been with that. So they just added that. And also mineshaft corridors are now supported by log pillars. We did see that in the last update. But it does say here that they added chains as well, I guess, to hold it up. I didn't see that. There is a mineshaft right here, coincidentally, so maybe we could see that here in this mineshaft. I'll look through it a little bit, but it kind of looks like it's just all underneath this Grimstone here. Alright, so we are here. I just found this huge cave again. I think this is the same mineshaft that we were in just a second ago. And I guess there's another one that's spawning right here, which is kind of strange. Oh, okay, yeah. So right here we have the chains. Okay, this is a nice feature. I like this. I guess it's another way you can get chains instead of crafting them. Or, I mean, it just looks good in general if you want to keep it. I'll probably keep it in my world just because they look really, really cool. But I'm glad they added that. That looks pretty cool. Moving along here, I did see something right here. So I guess, ooh, as we hit a lag spike here. I don't think I've seen an andesite like vein this really big, but yeah, this is a really big vein. I guess they changed it to have much more size with their veins. Even this one's pretty big. Or yeah, I mean, they're all over the place actually. Like this one right here, a lot of andesite below Y0, which kind of makes sense, I guess, because they took out granite and diorite. So there is a lot more room for andesite to spawn. And the weird thing is I'm not seeing any stone, so I wonder if stone actually spawns at a certain level as well, because as you can see, all the stone is right here at this level, and then it transitions to all andesite and grimstone. So I'm wondering if that is something, or is that just a coincidence? It's probably that at the lower levels the grimstone will spawn instead of the stone. That kind of makes sense. So yeah, now that we covered that, I guess we could talk about all of the new ores. You guys are seeing them all over the place, which is really cool. And another thing I noticed before we get into that, with the Grimstone, it's a lot easier to see the ores like on the wall and everything, because they stick out so much with the just regular stone texture as the background, as you can see right here. But yeah, we're gonna go over all of the ores and all of the changes to them. Right now, we'll probably do it right here. Alright, so we have all of the ores in front of us right here. And yeah, as you can see, some of them haven't changed. We'll talk about why that is in a second here, but let's just go over all of them. So obviously this one is gold right here. Kind of reminds me of the gold in the nether, the I guess netherite gold ore block. I'm kind of forgetting what the name is, but that kind of reminds me of that. This iron block we saw earlier. The copper I think hasn't changed since it came out in the snapshots. Coal has changed quite a bit. Lapis, I believe it hasn't changed. I'm kind of blanking on this one. I forgot what it looks like. I think it was different than the older ones. So yeah, so I think this stayed the same. Diamond stayed the same, and I'll explain why in a second. It's the only one to keep this original texture. Redstone changed, and the emerald changed as well. So the way they did it was anything with a non-unique texture got changed beside diamond ore to keep that, I guess, nostalgia and just keep diamond ore the same. So obviously emerald was different than all the other ones before, so that kept the same, as well as lapis, I believe, and copper, because I think they were all different. So coal, redstone, iron, and gold all got revamped textures. And just taking a look at all of them, I think they all came out pretty good. Not gonna really complain about anything. Maybe the redstone a little bit, but I mean, you really can't complain. They all look pretty decent, and now that they all look different, I guess, yeah, I guess that's pretty good for new players trying to figure out which is which, I guess. So they did mention that blackstone actually got another texture change as well. I kind of see a little difference, but nothing crazy and noticeable, as well as the polished blackstone, and all of the variants also got a little touch up, but I mean, it's not that big of a difference here. Alright, so like I said earlier, the biggest feature of this update is actually adding the Grimstone and all of its variants, and we have those in front of us. So right here is the regular Grimstone, then next to it's the polished Grimstone right here, and then there's Grimstone bricks, Grimstone tiles, and chiseled Grimstone. So 5 variants in total. I think my favorite might be the tiles actually. Or maybe the polished or regular bricks. I can't really decide here. All of them I really like, every single texture out of all these 5 variants right here. Yeah, I can't really decide which one my favorite is, but I could definitely see myself using all of these in certain builds throughout my world, and I hope you guys think the same. I have checked Twitter to see what all the buzz is about, and I think people agree with me because they are in love with these blocks as well. Kind of reminds me of when Blackstone came out. Everybody was raving about that, but this is just a whole different level with more variants. Yeah, and it's probably easier to get as well because you do not have to go to the nether. Okay, so yeah, the walls and slabs and stairs all came out for each variant except the chiseled Grimstone. So you can get the walls in any of these 4 right here, besides this one, and then as well as the slabs and stairs. So a lot of new blocks coming to the game, and this is just the beginning. We are only just a little ways through all of these snapshots, because I believe they said late summer is when we're actually getting the update. So a lot of snapshots to go, and we didn't even get into the cliffs section of the update yet. Super excited for that. Can't wait for it. Alright guys, I think it's going to be the end of the video. I'll leave a link in the description below to the changelog if you want to check it out. The only thing I think left that I did not talk about is the changes to the ore height, which I don't want to talk about yet because it's not final. So I think they are going to still tweak that, as well as some of the bug fixes, which we don't really need to cover. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. As always, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite Grimstone variant is, and let me know what your favorite new ore texture is. I would say for the ore texture, maybe the I can't really remember them off my head, but I think I liked the iron one, and for the Grimstone, I did like the Grimstone tiles, but I do like all of the new ores and variants. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.